up, VA? Episode 21. It's your boy, Drew Dad.
It's your girl, Lexi.
Holy Coleman, aka used by OC.
Fettuccine Wayne. Let's get to it.
21. I have an idea that I'm trying to express to y'all, but I'm gonna need a little help to know if y'all understanding what I'm saying. Because there's been so much in the media cycle lately.
Right.
It's Cassie and Diddy. It's DDG and Halle. It's Tory and Meg. Chris Brown. Cardi B and Offest. This is all in the span of a week. You know what I'm saying? 7 days, 4 days where a lot of that came out. More information even came out. You know what I'm saying? More people. But I kind of checked out. I feel like we being targeted. You know what I'm saying? Black people. Mm-hmm. I felt like we were being targeted. I felt like it was something that's being orchestrated.
Right.
But y'all also know, like, I try to always look at astrology to get understanding.
Right.
So it's something called Pluto retrograde, which Pluto is the planet of destruction, destroy and rebuild. Once I think about it that way, I realize that even if man is orchestrating something, it's still all in God's plan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's still everything that we need to understand is being brought to our attention for a reason. You get it? Mm-hmm. Like, if somebody trip you up and you fall down and you find $100 bill that you were laid on rent for, you know what I'm saying? That was still a God's plan no matter what that man's intention was for you.
Right.
So that's sort of what Pluto is, you know what I'm saying? It's some destruction, but if you have the right mindset, it's for your own good.
Right.
So this stuff has been brought to our attention because we have a problem with all that shit. Black people have a problem with all of it. It's all in the black community. Mm-hmm. So instead of us being so upset at when we choosing sides, if we choose sides, we're gonna be upset. If it's one or the other, if it's Tory and Meg, if it's Cassie and Diddy, we're gonna be arguing forever. It's not productive. Like, a productive way, I feel like, to look at it is like, these celebrities are showing us principles. Mm-hmm. Principles within ourselves, within our community, in the collective of who we are, and we can all take something to learn from. So, I was breaking it down at what principles were being presented. So, Halle and DDG, I feel like that's a principle of perception. She's the Disney star. Mm-hmm. She's like a princess. She can do no wrong. She was under Beyonce tutelage.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? She was somebody who her and her sister were gonna be the next superstar. So they have a different way they want to be perceived. They don't want to be wild. They don't want to be seen as a baby mother. Mm-hmm. Somebody who was taken advantage of. They want to be innocent. Okay, but DDG, he's a Libra, like yourself. You know what I'm saying? Right. He has a way he wants to be seen in the public. He wants to be like, if you just look at he player. Mm-hmm. Like he done ran through baddies his whole career out there. So they have two different ways they want to perceive. They want to be perceived, but I don't think we really know either one of them.
Right.
And I looked at their signs, it's Aries and Libra.
Okay.
So those are sister signs. Sister signs are signs that they may like, they have some type of relation, but it's two different types of expression. Mm-hmm. Aries is nothing like a Libra. No. So when there's violence involved, Aries might be close around. You know what I'm saying? But that's not good. That's not what we really get an understanding of from that situation.
Right.
But I think it's the issue with them is the way they want to be perceived. She feel like when he goes out to the public, presents herself as a player, she looks more like a baby mom. She loses her innocence. So as an Aries does, she might want to get him back. And the way the Aries gets you back, it don't always be equal. Right. You know what I'm saying? So she's really going for the throat. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's putting him in a situation where the son could be taken away from him. And I seen the Brett Fires had posted something, which is like a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? He got into a posted a picture of her. But it's like, that's fucking up DDG image as well. The way he wants to be perceived to everybody. So I think that's something that the community kind of got to think of. It's like, why is the way we want to be perceived causing so much turmoil in the community? You get what I'm saying? And unless you think of an example of that, just like in general, not just applying it to them, but applying it to just us in general.
I think in general it's just a relatable scenario that we see too often in our community. You know, the girl who gets in a relationship with a guy who is clearly not, you know what I'm saying, ready to be serious, and then decides to enjoy all the fun stuff, have the good time, and then get pregnant now. She wants him to be serious, and he's who he is, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't negate probably the parental, you know, commitment that he has, but maybe he's not the husband or the whatever, or maybe you're ready to get married, whatever it could be. But it's like, but you knew that when you was dating him,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And that's something to take those blinders off. There are good people there are good men, there are men who are ready to settle down, there are men whatever, and then there are men who are still finding themselves. And if you're still finding yourself, do you find that guy? Just like if you're serious, you find that guy. Don't mix it up, because when you're ready to be serious, that doesn't mean they have to be. Mm-hmm. And then they get crazy. So I think that's something in the community that you can see all too often, is misguided ideas of relationship, you know, expectations.
Yeah. Expecting that man to be ready, and he ain't ready, so you trying to force him to be ready. Mm-hmm. He ain't ready. And you knew that before you started that, but you know, you dive on in anyway, thinking you could change somebody.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, son?
The thing about with DDG situation, because I've been watching him for a minute, is when he gets in a relationship, he is what you would want, I would say, what women are looking for today. Right. The caring, loving, man. I feel like when this situation is so hard and everybody kind of doesn't believe Halle, I mean, I've never really seen even women being on his side because they know who he is. But like, he's around women and this and the third all the time. He's a streamer. He collaborates with girls and men. He doesn't. It's not like he has this cloud over him. People are looking at this situation and it's like understanding that it's not adding up. He said himself, he's a great father. He was a good boyfriend. And from his words, he said like he didn't leave her. She left him. He wanted to be with her. I mean, he said it multiple times. I want to marry. I don't want to be with nobody else. I don't want multiple baby moms. I want her to be the mother of my kid. So I just find this situation really crazy because you never really find men saying that in today's time. I mean, look who we glorify men having multiple baby mothers, having multiple kids. I mean, I've never seen as many people have these many kids for my life. So,
but DDG, his stick is sometimes being toxic. You get what I'm saying? So that is duality in that too, because some people who pay attention like you do will see that part of DDG. Because I've seen it too. I've heard Halle Bailey say that, but it's other people who just come across clips and you know what I'm saying, things that are going viral at the time, because sometimes you gotta do bullshit to go viral. It gotta be something interesting, and he like leans on his like toxic player shit sometimes, and that's what a lot of women see, and that's why they already got this. They already categorized him as a bad person, because the only light you gonna see Halle in is like this innocent light. You get what I'm saying? That's why it helped his career to this point, because that elevated him. Because if you can pull that, you know what I'm saying? Like if you can pull a Disney star who got bread, who not gonna use you, you know what I'm saying? That's like an accomplishment for him. That was a notch on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it's a notch on his player belt, but she's a quality woman to, you know what I'm saying, to choose, especially from how women are perceived nowadays. Right.
So that very well could be a reverse situation. You know, the situation where she might not have been the, want to chill and, have a long-term family dynamic right now. She may have been the one who was like, I'm looking to have a good time, you're a streamer, you're fun, blah, blah, blah. And he idolized her.
Right.
This is the one right here. She's perfect. She's a Disney princess. She was, under Beyonce tutelage and woo, woo, woo. And she may have just not been feeling the same.
Yeah.
And then
that's perception again. Yeah. He may have read her wrong.
Right. Yeah.
You might got cheated on. Like you said, he said he wasn't the one. So
like still to this day, he streamed yesterday and he was still saying like, I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
That's so fast.
yeah, it's so fast because the baby just turned 2, I think, 1. Damn. And she was rubbing on his face at the party. That was like a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, what happened? And they wasn't together then either.
Right.
Somebody in her ear.
No, and homegirl was in her ear.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the funny part, because if you say somebody in her ear, that whole relationship, they couldn't even enjoy their pregnancy.
Right.
Then when the baby came, everybody was mad. Well, we don't want this baby now.
Right.
You ain't telling me you got no baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, they couldn't even be, why would she be with him? She's this, that, and third. And then here it is, now they're not together.
Yeah. If you care about perception, that's really gonna fuck up your relationship.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the public got into the relationship and it's changing both their views on each other because they were happy. It seemed like they were happy together. And when it was going left and everybody turned against DDG, she kind of felt like that wasn't a good match for her. I don't know what she felt, but I'm just speculating because we base this on, in general, how everybody feels. You know what I'm saying? If everybody was for you and a girl you were with, and then they like, she ain't the one, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're constantly hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a question for you, Daz, because you know what I'm saying, you a leader. So I ask. How do you deal with people perception of you? Because you know what I'm saying, you are in the spotlight a lot with basketball, you know what I'm saying, social media, music, but you are a very different person from how you are you perceived.
For real, bro, I just be me. I don't really, it ain't really that deep for me. It's like, say what you want to say, I know who I am. Like, I just take it for real. That's all you really do. No, you just gotta take it. For real. It's like you a player. It's like I'm really in love. What have been hurt? I ain't really no player. I'm like, that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's how they look at me. They think I'm arrogant. I feel like I'm kind of humble. In basketball, I am arrogant, you'll see me. But it's like, I feel like
that's more confidence.
Yeah. But it's like, they think you arrogant. You do all this with the women. I'm like, bro, it's totally different. But I let them believe what they want to believe. Because that's what you're going to do anyway. I can show you whatever.
Against
yeah.
Actually, that's pretty much
take it or leave what I be saying. Love it or hate it at this point.
But speaking of no Diddy, we gotta apply the same thing to the Cassie and Diddy situation. So, I mean, that's one of the tough ones. Where it's like it's hard not to get your feelings, not to get in your feelings. Mm-hmm. So, one of the things I took from it, as far as like what could it be applied to Pluto retrograde, which is, you know what I'm saying, like destroy and reveal based on the flaws that you have, is power control.
Yeah.
Because Diddy is a Scorpio, Cassie is a Leo. Mm-hmm. So that's a terrible toxic combination to date. But they both are like, they're fixed signs, and they both are struggling with power control. You know what I'm saying? That both of them want to be in control.
For real.
And I feel like Diddy tried to break her with like the freak off thing. But she may have been like unbreakable. And that's what drawing them together. You know what I'm saying? Like he put her in situations to break her, and she could, go ahead and piss on me. Like, put that dick out and piss on me. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. you piss a little too fast, let it leak slow, taking back control. So it seemed like she was kind of taking back control in those situations. And like they were kind of playing off each other in the most toxic type situations that you could get.
So like a thrill, they getting a thrill over each other.
Right.
Okay, that's understandable.
It's like one of them has to dominate the other, but neither one of them is letting.
Right.
And this is how it got this far. You get what I'm saying?
Damn.
Cause you've been in a toxic situation before. You know what I'm saying? Like she slapped you, you smile a little bit.
She don't hurt.
Exactly, that shit don't hurt.
That one hurt like a mother.
Mm-hmm. You ducked the first one, then she come with the uppercut.
Oh,
You got me.
Alright.
Alright.
Alright, I'm telling you. Damn, motherfucker.
But no. But that's like a issue we can reflect on too. It's like we always want to feel like we're in control, no matter the consequences. You know what I'm saying? We'll go a little too far to feel that control sometimes. Unless it's like, could you give me I keep calling on you for examples, but
Well, you know, like when I think about that, it's like they met their match. You know, it's like iron sharpens iron, but in an unevolved way. So it's like it really there's couples like that in Hollywood and in the industry. You know what I mean? And they're doing great, but something happened, and that's in my opinion. I feel like it's what caused them to break up or whatever because she was triggered by Young Miami from what I understand. That's emotion, that's personal, that's beyond, you know, you weren't bothered go moving on with your life and everything else about none of whatever happened, you know, until you apparently saw him get Young Miami and she, you know what I'm saying, triggered you to have to go all the way through this to get what you felt you would deserve. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what was that about? That don't really seem traumatic, or you know, not judging, but I'm just saying like it seems spiteful. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, oh you thought you won because we don't know what happened, but it's like oh I still own you. I'm still gonna get something from you regardless. Yeah, I'll show you, and that's when they kind of had that standoff where she didn't want to negotiate. He didn't want to negotiate. She's like, all right, and she pulled his card. Yeah. She went public, and then he, you know what I'm saying? It's like even to the end, their whole thing has been like this power control, this power trip.
So,
in my opinion.
With that being said, do you think Cardi B tried to do that with Offset, like make him a little jealous, by going with an athlete, Stephon Diggs?
Of course.
So, because both of them like powerful, like I ain't gonna say powerful, but. Top tier musicians. So the only way she could really get him back from doing all that player shit is get an athlete.
Yeah, that's pettiness. That's something he really can't compete with because the nigga you're out of shape.
Right.
I remember seeing him like lifting weights and shit, and this shit was pathetic.
Oh, right.
Wicked shit.
Oh my god.
One fight all the time, nigga. You gotta get in the gym. And that's what he realized. He was like, I can't beat this nigga up.
Oh yeah. This nigga multi-million.
Yeah, you gotta have fire for a nigga like that.
Oh God. Yeah. You better know his entourage. The line ain't coming too. So
yeah. Oh shit, the line coming out.
You know what? And that's a woman right there. He how many females he been associated with?
Fast.
You know, this whole time they been having little issues. So his ex, somebody, just some random, all this stuff, and she just quiet. And then when she popped out, she popped out. Just had their baby.
And he got a bad rep too, like a player rep too. Like he an athlete though.
Like what Cardi B and Offest, that's another thing I noticed. It's like they were trying to balance freedom and family. Because when Cardi B first came out, she represented freedom. She was like, I don't know how hoes never get cold type shit. Like she was out there like that. Offset, he's a Sagittarius, you know what I'm saying? That represents freedom. That's the sign for freedom. It's like Sagittarius play everybody. You can't lock down for Sagittarius. You know what I'm saying? And Libra is the family sign. That like they gotta be paired. They need that balance. So she presented herself as somebody free, but she want family values. You know what I'm saying? He is who he was. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Alexis talking about. Sometimes you gotta accept people for who they are versus who you got them to become. You know what I'm saying? She got them to become a husband.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got married. But the shit was weak from the start. You know what I'm saying? It's like that balance that we all got to deal with. It's like, I'm talking about us as a community. We still struggle with like our own freedom versus being there for our family. You know what I'm saying? Raising a family. You know?
Right.
I got something that I need your perspective.
Okay.
Perspective on. So Chris Brown comes into the fold also.
Right.
And I think Chris Brown is a double Taurus. So I just want your perception. He's a Taurus moon and a Taurus sun.
Okay.
So I kind of want your perspective as a Taurus. The bull is represented by Taurus, and that's like stubbornness.
Right.
And the whole world turned their back on Chris Brown as a 19-year-old who made a mistake.
Right.
And I feel like he took the attitude of, if this is who y'all think I am, I'm not gonna try to prove y'all wrong.
Right.
I'm just gonna be who I wanna be. And I think he kind of fell into that, the role that people painted for him.
Right.
With his, with people lack of forgiveness, because people refuse to forgive Chris Brown.
Right.
And he went more into his stubbornness.
Right.
And it's just like, since then, he just keep getting in altercations, keep getting in, you know what I'm saying? Every time he's coming up, he kind of does something that
That's small.
pulls him back and goes back in the same cycle.
Right.
So it's like, do you understand that, like, that stubbornness, or that, you know what I'm saying, or that stubbornness based on people not understanding you or not accepting you, you know what I'm saying? Do you understand what he's going through?
Off the aspect of, you know, the troubling aspect, I can't really, you know, pinpoint that.
Mm-hmm.
But off the aspect of his success, like, I can understand that, because we're like, we feel like, as a Taurus, it's like, alright, you know what I mean? If we feel like, you know, we down or whatever like that, or everybody is like, not really seeing us for what we are, we're gonna show you. So you can see, like, what he did with his work, with his music and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he showed people, like, hey, look, I deserve to be here, despite whatever went down. And, you know what I mean? That's the aspect of a Taurus I get out of him. Like, yo, he really, like, put in his work type shit.
Yeah.
To get to where he, you know, where he's at today. The troubling aspect, I can't really understand it for real.
And I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but I feel like that just makes him angry.
Yeah.
And like, he uses the anger to fuel his work ethic.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
at the same time, he never healed
Right.
from everybody turning against him.
Yeah.
So he's short tempered.
Yeah.
Like, anytime somebody feel like they pressing him, he gotta show him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he not a bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The world not gonna make him feel like a bitch.
Yeah.
He
Because
gonna.
they did it already.
Yeah.
Because when he was so apologetic, so humble,
Yeah.
so remorseful, they just talked about him. They embarrassed him.
Right.
They judged him, condemned him, and ruined his life.
Yeah.
And he had to get over that.
Right.
And they still bring it up whenever they feel like.
So fuck y'all at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy to fall into that.
Exactly. But I ain't mad at him though. I really ain't mad at him. I feel like you need to be like that though. Cause the world can switch on you at any minute. Damn. Alright, when you ain't got the world, like who you got? Yourself. Fuck them. You know, I don't need y'all for real. I need y'all, but I don't.
Whenever he, you know, got something big going on, like if it's an album, or like he got a tour going on right now, like they always find some way to get him, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just suck him back into that cycle.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he needs to learn and grow from. It's something that it's a lesson he needs to learn in all this. Because it's just not happening for no reason.
Right.
If the same thing keeps repeating and repeating and repeating, it's something you gotta take from it. Whether, you know what I'm saying, whether you feel like it's justified or not, it's like a lesson you gotta learn in all this.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like the worst one, I feel like for the black community is the Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion.
Give my nigga an apology right now.
And that's so triggering.
Yeah.
It's like you can't have like an objective conversation about this. So, but we're gonna attempt it. We're gonna attempt it.
Good luck, nigga.
And going right back into the Pluto retrograde bag, I'm trying to figure out what we all can take from it. You know what I'm saying? As a collective. Again, these are sister signs, a Leo and Aquarius, which we have a lot of the aspects of each other, just two different expressions of it. So I feel like what's going on with this that we need to take lessons from is victimhood versus accountability for both of them. Because if you listen to Tory, he's a victim of false accusations, false imprisonment. He was a victim of a stabbing. But on Meg Style, she's a victim of abuse from black men. She's a victim of being shot. She's just overall, you know what I'm saying, a victim. But I feel like if they would both be a little bit more accountable, this whole thing would be resolved already. You know what I'm saying? Just as it's presented. Because if Tory was more accountable for his behavior, you know what I'm saying? If he wouldn't look at it just like he being a player, having fun, fucking all these bitches, because it catches up with you. You know what I'm saying? It catches up with you, and that shit always blow up in your face in a terrible way. If he would let other people take accountability instead of he's still playing he's a victim of these circumstances.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which he wants to hold on to this, you know what I'm saying? I guess he don't want to snitch or whatever, but it's like, that's why you in this situation. Let people take accountability.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, why the other girl ain't take accountability of saying that you should, like, what?
Yeah.
Did you pay Tory to take the blame or what? What's going on here? Why you say you did?
She married him. She know him. They were messing around. She got all upset. Ego. He was flattered. These I was gonna say big, but I don't know. I know Meg is tall.
Yeah.
But these women are fighting over him. You know what I'm saying? He's not the tallest guy. You know what I'm saying? And so he feeling himself. He in the moment.
Flare up though.
You know what I'm saying? He the man. He got to deal with this. His women. Okay, one of them shot somebody. You know he gonna take care of it. It done got far.
He ain't think it was gonna get that deep.
He probably did. Yeah,
I hope both of y'all down.
He was gonna try and say I ain't just saying nothing, and then they was gonna just figure it
Right.
out. But that ain't happened because somebody got up there saying you did it.
Right.
And then
Meg don't want to take accountability
Right.
either.
Right.
She doesn't want to be the one who fucked her friend's side nigga.
Right.
And that got her in this situation. She has a lot to take accountability for also. She could have easily said at some point, you know what I'm saying, this didn't happen the way they said it happened. If it did.
Right.
And I'm only speaking it from a objective standpoint. If both of them had taken accountability, both Tory and Meg, it would have never went this far.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. I low key, I feel like the system probably felt like what you was talking about, off the aspect of they probably felt like he didn't do it, but at the same time too, okay, you're not gonna say anything, so now you gotta go in here and tell the truth actually comes out, and I think that's what it was for real.
And that's exactly what they gonna do.
Yeah.
Because you playing.
Yeah.
This is you know, so at this point, this is a crime.
Right.
This is this is public news. This is, you know what I'm saying, this is too, this gone too far, too big, too wild for you to be up here trying to act like this is TV.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to be out, I know you standing on business for, your women or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see you in prison because this is real life. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what
It's not, you need to go ahead and say, okay, we got this, but we need you to go ahead and say it. Since you want to act like you don't want to say it, then go to prison.
Yeah.
You know?
You follow the street rules.
Yeah.
And the lawyer's a cutthroat. The other party is listening to their lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Their lawyers saying if he's gonna follow these street rules, let his ass go to jail.
Right. And he's gonna be an example.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it turned
Yeah.
out. Sad. That's what it turned out.
Yeah,
it is right there.
Yeah, he's an example because. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, because honestly, you know what I mean, his handprints wasn't on the gun. So
Right.
obvious he didn't do it. And they noticed. I was like, alright, if you're not gonna say this,
Okay.
this is what it's gonna be.
On God.
You know what I mean? They waiting for him to give up the name.
Straight up.
He ain't
Then
doing
they can ruin his,
You know what I mean?
his credibility, his street cred.
Right.
So either way, he had a lose-lose kind of.
No. I mean, yeah, if you worried about perception,
Yeah.
you're gonna lose. But if you didn't do anything,
Right.
and you actually tried to, as the story is presented, bring a hero in the situation, de-escalate the situation, and you're going to jail for 10 years. Nah, that's not what the no snitching rule was created. You know what I'm saying? That's a different, like, you just gotta come to terms with yourself. You gotta stand up for yourself at some point. Ain't nobody gonna advocate for you if you don't advocate for yourself.
Exactly. And you ain't about to have neither one of them when you get out.
Yeah.
Right.
And the crazy part is like, and you could have changed your mind. And you know what I'm saying? Like once you start seeing you really going to prison, it's time to start thinking some stuff over.
Word up.
Like, I mean, it should have been happened, but at that moment for real is when it should have been like, okay, this went far enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, get your lawyer on the phone, tell them to go talk to the prosecutor. You ready to make a deal, something, something, because now you got 14. If I'm not mistaken, he's been stabbed 14 times. He, you know what I'm saying, he ain't looking real good. You know what I'm saying? It's just like now this is just not making sense. You know what I'm saying? Because people get caught cheating all the time.
Right.
And don't have to go to prison because somebody shot somebody over there. You know what I'm saying? Like this isn't as chivalrous as you think it's supposed to be.
Right.
And I don't know what part of street rules apply to relationships.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't even know are you really from the street? I never heard that kind of concept.
It's just like what you think a street nigga supposed to do, because street niggas thought they women go to jail.
Right, all the time.
Right.
She would
They
stay
like,
there.
look, you take this shit because
Right.
I can't go to jail.
Right.
Oh,
It seems like that's kind of the rules. The females, they kind of take it for the guys in the streets. So this, I don't know what none of this is. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just, I don't know.
Well, how do we apply it to like us as the collective? Because it's all being put in front of black people's face, so it's something we need to address. Victimhood versus accountability.
Right.
Yeah, victimhood versus accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Every race at this point.
When we talk about black people though.
No, accountability.
We got to be accountable. Like you trying to talk about other races.
My bad. Hey. Woo. I'm gonna go up top. Accountability.
But it is like sometimes like we think about all the shit that's happened to us in the past, and you know what I'm saying, we figure out ways to use them as convenient excuses.
Right.
But we just talking amongst black people. You know what I'm saying? We don't need nobody outside our race to take this out of context and to use this for their own purpose.
Right.
We just talking about ourselves. Because of course they like to always so that you're acting like a victim when we're not getting the things that we're supposed to get. So like we just talking amongst each other. Sometimes we do use our trauma as excuses to why we can't get as far. But it's like to not put forth the effort to get as far as we know we should. Because we do have to be 10 times better.
Yeah.
But it ain't nothing stopping you from being 10 times better.
Nothing.
Because if you're looking at the standard being set, that standard ain't shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? The general standard ain't, like, we should always want to be 10 times better than the general standard set.
Exactly.
Like, are you okay with just being like, who want to be a role player? That's the general standard. Nah, nigga, I want to be the nigga who dropped 20. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the nigga who excel or whatever I'm doing. So you have to use your passion, and you have to be accountable for how great you want to be.
Exactly. Right. And it ain't that much harder to beat the standard. Like,
Yeah.
it's a mind thing. But we ain't going off topic.
mentality. No,
Mentality.
that's on top.
That is on top.
It is, but dang, it ain't that fun. Just work harder than the worst person.
Hey, but you should want to work harder than the best too.
You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah, like why would that's what Kobe did. You know what I'm saying? Kobe looked at Mike and said, I'm gonna work harder than him.
Exactly.
Well, let's talk basketball then.
NBA playoffs.
Yep.
We got your boy Ant Edwards
Ooh.
and SGA.
Got it.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the great.
Right.
Woo! I'm in 6.
Wolves in 6. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Good God Almighty. He going with them.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Wolves in 6.
Wolves in 6.
Tell us why you think the Wolves gonna win.
You know what's crazy? He had the SGA sweater on not too long ago.
Oh,
Episode.
okay. You right. But I got the Ant Edwards painting I'm working on right now. Started it last year. I'm gonna finish it this year.
Okay.
In 6 days.
Okay.
Wolves in 6.
So the lucky
Wolves
6.
in 6.
Wolves
What
in
does the 6 symbolize?
Man,
And we were just talking about Tory Lanez. He's from the 6.
he's from the 6, goddamn.
6. Symbolize it. Come on. No. 6 is good. 6 is good. Oh, good.
I'm gonna say.
I don't know, my favorite number is 7. Completion.
Yeah, completely.
Cause I'm gonna say I'm rolling with SGA.
Woo! And how many?
Man.
How many days,
You
man?
got him.
6 games.
6.
Oh!
6 games. 6 games, bro.
Lex, who you got?
Let's get kid.
Oh, God.
I wasn't ready.
Snickers and 6. Oh, God.
6 niggas.
6 niggas. Oh, wow.
Oh.
So look, man, just tell us who gonna win. Who you think gonna win, man? Come on.
You got, bro. That's hard. That's a hard pick, bro.
You can't talk about John Morant and get quiet.
I know, man. I get nervous, man.
Ant-Man, bro. Ant-Man.
I love Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
I think it's gonna be Ant.
Look,
You going?
thank you, lads.
So you going?
Because
You going with Wolves, right?
yeah, I went with Wolves. Only because, like, Ant-Man has been known to step up in these big games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
SGA, he had a good game. He had 35. You know what I'm saying? He stepped up. He beat the rated MVP.
Yeah.
And he should be the MVP.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. He earned that. He earned that.
He
But
did.
this-
He earned that.
but this is a perfect time to come for the crown.
Yeah.
And like,
Slay.
we picked Ant to beat the gorilla.
Exactly.
You don't think he's gonna beat SGA?
That's what I'm like.
You don't think he beat LeBron?
You sleeping on
He
that
beat
dog.
child support.
He got that dog.
He beat Steph Curry.
He got that dog.
SGA? A nigga from Canada?
He got that dog. Exactly.
With bad cats?
He got that dog.
Where you from? Where you from?
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I'm going! And that was. He sent John Morant home. That's why I want to go with him. That's why I want to go with him.
He got that dog.
I'm
He
going with
on.
Ant, man. He sent my boy
He
John
paid $1 million and said he the bricks.
But,
He's labeled a legend killer.
ooh,
Okay.
he just got there in the
John
season.
Morant.
Yes, sir. They get
I feel
KD to take
Look.
KD 3-1 last year.
Hold on. Zion on the inside.
Whoa!
What you signed for, sir?
Legend
What
killer.
time you on this mic?
Have y'all seen how good the OKC is?
Hey, look.
That
It's
team.
OKC. It's OKC.
You heard my pick. Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying.
See, that was my thing too.
Yeah.
I like OKC team, right? But I think Ant Edwards gonna kill him. But I like the team of OKC.
If Ant don't drop 30 every night,
Oh, God.
They hurt that, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's a
I
pass.
feel like they intelligent, so they gonna find a way to lock us in.
Hey,
Cause
bro.
they got Jalen Williams dropping historic numbers
I'm saying
last series.
Mm-hmm.
IQ was over there.
And
I'm
it's
telling-
really,
that's why
it's
I'm
really
telling
like
you,
SGA
yeah.
can have those not good, so good games.
And still win.
What's Minnesota rated defensively this year?
No.
I know they one of the top defensive teams.
Word. See, I know that.
But
Yeah.
I think
That's why Rudy Gobert is so valuable to him.
Oh, he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But see, Oklahoma, they still got two people too. They got Hartenstein
And Chet.
Yeah, and Chet.
They got Chet playing the
They got
forward
Clyde
right
on
now.
there.
And Dort.
Yeah,
That
Luke
nigga
Dort,
do like
yes,
that
sir.
shit.
Yes,
So,
sir.
That's why I'm like,
so you think that Randall, Gobert, and damn, who was the nigga with the dreads? I forgot his
You
name.
talking about Nas Reed?
Nas Reed.
Okay.
You think they have three big
They
men?
got a whole
Better.
over there. They got dogs over there.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, who the three big men? You said Hardstein, Chet.
Yeah. See,
I
Chet,
don't think Chet is better than
he not aggressive, but he's a finesse. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like this.
He's 7 foot.
Like for me,
Nas really 7 foot.
for me, Chet.
How tall is he?
He's 6'8".
Oh, okay, my fault.
For me, it's a reach, but I got it's a legit comparison to me. I feel like Chet is OKC's KD.
KD. Potential.
Yeah, potential wise.
Potential.
Falls in the post, shooting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He not as strong or whatever like that, but he can score.
Exactly, yeah.
You feel me?
Okay.
KD is that same way. You know what I mean? He can score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chet, and really Chet was a problem. And it's crazy, it shows you how strong that team is because the team is built around Chet for real.
Right.
Chet got hurt and they still held it down and now they in Western Conference Finals.
So you don't think Rudy Gobert kind of neutralizes him?
Oh, he gonna put some pressure down there for sure.
God.
Absolutely. He gonna put some pressure
I
down
don't feel like he neutralizes him because the scorer gonna score.
Yeah.
But that's 7 foot versus 7'2".
Yeah.
One of the top, you know what I'm saying, rim guarders, maybe the top rim guard in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not giving you shit
See,
on the.
here's the thing though. Only thing that's gonna fuck Rudy Gobert up is Chet and bring him outside.
Exactly.
That's gonna
He
fuck
can't
him
move
up.
his feet that good. He damn sure can't move
Okay,
his feet.
you right. Check
Yeah.
get that one. Check get that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
So let's go down the lineup and see. You know what I'm saying? How they gonna win? What's up,
They
Don?
got Chet at the 4 right now.
Chet at the 4.
Orange times
So
they starting center.
so Randall would be. I mean, that don't mean you have to guard him though.
Nah, Randall go by him, dude. But
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
length, it's just the length.
That's what, bro. It's just that's why I said that KD. You just
God.
throw a shot up and it's cash money.
What's the matchup at 3?
Three. Who had a three?
Gilgeous Alexander. No, not Gilgeous Alexander. Oh, they cousins too. They cousins playing each other.
I think it's Williams.
No, I'm talking about Minnesota. It's Alexander. Alexander, right?
Yeah. He a good defender too, though.
Jordan Alexander. No. Who is the guy? The Wolves got a guy that's really nice. He's at 3.
Oh yeah, it's
Alexander
yeah.
Walker.
Yeah. Alexander Walker.
He come in at no. He starts. Alexander Walker come in after him.
Yeah.
I can't.
He a good defender, though.
Jaden McDaniels.
Yes.
And that's what's like.
Man, I
Yeah.
was confused. Damn, I get you right. McDaniel.
He's a
Yeah,
defender. Yeah, he's a defender.
Absolutely.
So I feel like Minnesota winning 3.
And I ain't gonna hold you down to tell you different attention though. That's another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a sniper.
Wolves definitely got a better bench.
Oh,
Yeah,
with the red hair.
Yeah, he's a sniper.
Oh my God, hold on.
It's tough.
My bad.
It's tough. I'm just going with who I think just off instinct.
Dang,
Yeah.
Mike
But I
Conley.
think this is gonna be the one of the
Mike
best.
Conley series too.
Veteran.
Bro. Yes, sir.
He been having this is best playoff.
He been wise lately, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is best playoff series. Last series he had his best.
I'm sticking with
He had a
Wolves.
career high.
Go stay with the Wolves.
I'm sticking with it.
I'm gonna stay with the young.
Man,
I'm gonna
I
say
gotta stick
it's something
with
about
the
Thunder, bro. I feel
I know.
The Thunder was my
I
squad
can't
too.
not though.
Yeah.
That mean Edward, that man told Barack, hold on now.
Yeah.
I'm
You
him.
know what I'm saying? That man
Oh,
told
that nigga,
Barack,
I
hold
like
on
that
now.
nigga, boy.
Yeah.
I wish he
Yeah.
did.
Hey, listen. He's Jordan of Jordan with the sign that Adidas did.
Oh God.
No cap.
Yeah.
No cap. You know Jordan had a.
Yeah. It was a movie about it.
Yeah. He's Jordan if he would have signed with Adidas.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
I kind of wish he would have went Nike though, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit.
For sure.
I'd be like, damn, they be missing some good niggas.
Yeah.
How you ain't signing?
Hold up, we didn't got to the East though.
Oh
Man,
let's
I
go.
don't even want to talk about
Let's go. We talking about the Pacers and the Knicks. Let's go,
That
Knicks.
shit ugly.
Let's go.
I'm
Knicks.
going Knicks.
Let's go.
Knicks in 5.
Let's go. Knicks.
Knicks in 5.
Let's go,
That's even
Knicks.
going with Knicks, bro.
Let's go, Knicks. I ain't gonna sleep on the Pacers though. But let's go, Knicks.
I'm sleeping on Pacers. I ain't
Knicks
gonna
going.
cap. I'm sleeping on Pacers.
They going.
Orange and blue
The momentum
skies.
is too
I'm
crazy.
sleeping on the Pacers.
Man, the Pacers.
No.
I'm sleeping on. I don't care.
You know what I will say? That the Pacers.
I don't like
It's in favor. You don't like what the Pacers do.
No.
So what Halliburton did to you?
He ugly ass jumper. I feel like
Reggie Miller, bro. Good point guard, Reggie Miller.
I like I did like Reggie Miller. I like Jermaine
point guard,
O'Neal.
Reggie Miller, bro.
He said he the point guard.
Tinsley.
Halliburton is the point
Ew.
guard. Reggie Miller.
It's
Knicks
I'm talking about
five.
jumping wise, man. He got that.
Knicks
Like,
Yeah, I think Lamelo Ball better than
Exactly.
Halliburton.
Yo, a whole lot of niggas better than him.
I
He
still
just
say
played well in that system, bro.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
He played
Yeah.
well with that
Oh,
system.
he topping that bitch.
Yeah. And he's an excellent.
That nigga athletic.
Yeah.
Obi topping.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
Oh,
That boy
man.
Obi.
Imagine me walking around with a jersey that say topping.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Oh.
Next spot. Get that nigga the fuck out of here, man.
We gonna get that nigga.
That nigga
So
terrible,
you gonna
bro.
get you
Obi
a
topping.
top
We gonna put that nigga first name on the back.
That's gonna be
The whole
tough.
thing?
But let's go Knicks.
Obi topping.
Let's go, man.
Oh, shit.
This is their first
Knicks and
playoffs in like
I like that
25
Jalen
years,
Brunson,
bro.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson.
I take that. I'm looking at the matchups like that. Like I'm taking Jalen Brunson over Halliburton. You know what I'm saying? Josh Hart over whoever they two are.
Who is it two? Who is it two on the?
They got some good. They got some good
You don't know
roles.
me?
Mandarin is
I
tough.
Who?
Mandarin. He another defender too.
Never heard of.
I'm taking
Hart
Josh
and
Hart.
five.
I'm taking Josh Hart over him.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about though. Like I've seen him play. He hoop, but
Mandarin.
man, Pascal over
Yeah.
I like
Mikal
that.
Bridges. I'm
Yeah.
taking Pascal over Mikal Bridges.
I don't know. Pascal with Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm taking
He a champ.
He was a in that one.
He got the experience.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about it.
And his defense is
I like
like
Bridges
this.
though. Bridges can hit that 3 too. They are the same player. Bridges is a little more athletic.
So is Cat back playing the 5 or the 4?
Cat.
Yeah.
I think he's for them. I think he's the 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
but
like
he
Cat.
gonna have he's more. He got the upper hand on Miles Turner. Miles Turner straight. But
Yeah.
Cat more aggressive.
You right.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
right. You
yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's-
yeah.
Yeah, you right. You right.
Miles, I like Miles too though.
Yeah, Miles get he get busy.
He ain't fucking with Cat though.
Nah, Cat. Yeah.
He'll play defense though.
So who's the next
Yeah,
4?
facts.
Who's the next 4?
The next one.
Knicks.
Oh yeah, OG.
Oh, what?
Yeah, man. They winning, bro. Like they got a locked up team. That's
Oh,
what
Nobi.
Yeah.
That's all defense over there. That's
Right.
Might
defense.
be the who had a breakout.
And,
Honestly,
and the Pacers, they really
It's
only
crazy.
outscored
That's
people.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Knicks
They
get
not
this,
a great
bro.
defensive team. So the Knicks got great offensive players.
We need that.
They just gotta outrun them. That's the only way the Pacers gonna win is if they outrun them. But that works in their favor a little bit because Tibbs is known for playing his players too hard,
Yeah.
overplaying them, and they be tired in the playoffs.
Right.
So if that takes effect, that gives the Pacers a little bit of an edge.
Right.
But if they're healthy,
we good. We good.
Knicks in 5.
Yeah, we
Knicks in
good.
5. We going with Knicks.
We good.
I want to see the Knicks win the whole thing
I'm
for
trying to
real.
tell you.
I want Ant to win, but I want to see them Knicks.
So let's skip ahead.
We going
So we're gonna play both scenarios. Well, let's play 2 scenarios. Let's play the Knicks versus what's that was going? Knicks versus the Wolves. Who y'all got? Quick, just
That's one. You know what's crazy? That'd be a crazy matchup
That should be tough.
because Cat and Randall got traded to different teams.
Right. That's from the NBA storylines. That's like that happened.
Crazy.
Alright, it'll be Knicks versus Wolves. So what y'all get? What?
Crazy.
How many games? How many games and what team?
7 Wolves. 7 in the Wolves.
7 Wolves.
It's gonna be hell with Ant-Man.
That's
But
gonna be good.
at the same time too, New York got the defensive dogs.
Yeah.
Bruh. That's the only thing. Like they sharks out there.
They winners too.
That's what I'm saying.
They the one
They
guy.
want players, bro.
They believe in each other.
That's like right now.
Shit's over there.
Right
Yeah.
now.
On the Wolves.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a shooter. But right now, it's like, I'm looking at it like this. They kind of going in that category to like, I'm going to go back to 2004 when the Detroit Pistons played against the Los Angeles Lakers with Shaq and Kobe and Karl Malone and all that. Like, we had the Lakers winning, but the defense beat them with Detroit.
Exactly.
And that might be the same scenario with the Knicks for real, for real.
Kobe
Their
ball
defense
too.
is there. Yeah.
Kobe's ball.
Y'all know what would be the lowest watched finals of all time?
Indiana and
Indiana versus OKC.
Oh,
Trash!
that's nasty.
Oh.
That's it. Oh, that's
That would be
nasty.
crazy.
I almost threw up.
That would be crazy.
I don't want to see no Pacers win. Like,
Imagine a league of Indiana and going to Oklahoma City and then going back to Indiana.
I'm Boston to Chase City. Oh yeah, y'all mean it.
Indiana finals. Chase City versus Sobo. Hell yeah.
They
Sobo.
know they gonna be there.
Nah. Hell no.
Ugh.
Yeah, I be crazy.
It'd be 2 different audiences. Them niggas look exactly alike.
Listen.
Them niggas never know. Them niggas both sides of the whole game. They looking at, oh yeah, That shit sounds boring as hell.
What?
Larry Bird is not pulling up.
Right. Hell no.
Nobody, bro.
Hell no.
That's crazy. That would be, man.
Bro, please don't let that happen. Please.
No.
Basketball guys.
Right.
Please.
Yeah, facts.
But if that happened, man, Halliburton,
No, it's
he gonna take it, bro.
He gonna get a ring?
Man, there's gonna be so many white girls in there.
Oh,
you know how who when the hoes in the building? Imagine
Halliburton, he going crazy. That nigga had
12,000 snow bunnies.
Yeah. That nigga had 7. 7 games of 7. That nigga 7.
You know what's
I
crazy?
just saw 7. You still know 7 games? You just jagged. You just.
Bro, they got 7.
You know what's
7
crazy?
games,
Like these teams right here, mind you, it's all new faces.
Yeah.
It's not the faces we used to see.
Right.
A lot of first time
Just know
champions, man.
We're in a new generation of basketball.
That's the new NBA.
Absolutely.
Damn. The only nigga is Mike Conley.
That's it.
That
I mean, it's like Zach
nigga
Randolph.
ain't
Not
seen
Zach
that nigga
Randolph.
shit. That nigga
Julius
Johnson.
Randle.
I forgot.
Oh yeah, Randall got one.
Yeah. Well, he ain't got one, but
He
he's
ain't got one with
older.
the lady?
No.
Nah, that's a young lady.
He just older, you know what I mean? Falls like older face being in the
Damn.
yeah. But everybody else
He's like a young nigga to me.
Who?
Julius Randle. I don't
No,
see
Randall
him
came
as
in. You know, Randall came in like right when Kobe retired.
That young lady, Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah. So that's why I kind of said that.
Yeah. So yeah, you do that.
Yeah.
When you said Conley, I thought back. And he was at Ohio State with Greg Oden.
Nigga,
That nigga, yeah.
that nigga longer than LeBron, ain't he?
Nah, he ain't longer than LeBron.
18.
Wait, I was gonna think about 18 years. LeBron in 20.
But you know that his dad was a Olympic athlete.
Who,
So,
Conley?
Yeah, so he got
Damn.
him.
But he only like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, he started dunking probably his second year.
Oh God, okay.
I'm going with the longevity.
Sharpshooter.
Alright, suppose they win. I think this one hands down has them as one of the greatest Knicks to suit up and play basketball. Bro.
No, yeah.
If you get a chip.
Agreed.
Is he already over Melo though?
Oh yeah!
Because he got further.
Yeah,
He
that's
got
what
further than
further,
Melo. Got Jalen Brunson over.
Ooh, that's
Melo,
conversation. That's conversation.
Yeah, bro, I gotta say,
Over him.
as a
Nick.
Knick, as a Knick, they're in the Western Conference Finals. I gotta say it, bro.
Because
I gotta say it, bro. And they played against a tough team. It ain't like they played against a small team.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Greatest nigga of all time.
I think if he
I ain't say greatest of all time. One of the greatest.
Patrick Ewing.
One of the
Patrick.
greatest. One of the greatest. I'd say he top 3.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Russ would definitely be. I think get a chip.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Hey, in New York?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I like that. I like that.
If he get this ring, that conversation can be had.
Damn right.
Right.
This ring is really hard. Think about the teams that's in the Final Four. The OKC team that's the best team in the league twice.
Right.
You got they just took down the champs. You got any other team that's young with a whole lot of young pieces
They
that
got a point to prove.
yeah. And who else we got? The
And
Wolves. I mean, if they're not proving that youth, just because you're not youth, you ain't wise. I mean, yo, they are.
Hey,
This might be one of the toughest
Greatest,
roads to
yeah.
get
Facts.
a chip.
Yeah.
Okay, that's up there with Dirk then.
Yeah.
Definitely, absolutely.
Okay, Dirk.
God.
Kobe.
Absolutely.
LeBron, Miami LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron, D-Wade, and prime Chris Bosh, all them.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Because he
Who
don't
else?
have those pieces.
Oh God.
Really.
Damn, that's tough.
Not even
That's
a crazy
tough.
role.
I gotta put JB up there, bro.
Yeah.
He get the chip.
Bronson.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere.
And I gotta put him over Melo because I can't
Yeah.
see Jordan Lynn coming to town and getting no shot.
Yeah.
Hell
Hell
no.
Real
Hell
talk.
no. It wouldn't have been no Lynn Sander if he came to the Knicks right now.
That's crazy, bro.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No knock on Melo, man. Cause Melo definitely.
Nah, Melo one of my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely.
God.
Yeah, I have a sensitive spot for Melo because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, he got caught in that cycle of where you was playing and then it was LeBron, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so it's like, cause he was outstanding, you know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Yeah,
And then it was just like him having to play, you know what I'm saying, like how a lot of people didn't get their shine cause during the Jordan era,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And so it just sucks because now he, you know,
Yeah.
LeBron lasted him, you know what I'm saying? And now he's out and stuff like that. Now
Well,
LeBron's kind of transition.
It comes down to style of play sometimes. And just mellow, catching it on the wing, jab step, fake. You know what I'm saying? It's slow. He's like, well, this is some bullshit. I don't like that. Carl, what's his name? His old coach. George Carl. Yeah. George Carl called him a ball stopper. He made him out to be some type of cancer or something. Right. But it does slow the rhythm of the game down. You know what I'm saying? The teams is playing up and down. You're not going to beat them playing like that when like your best scorer is getting a jab step, you know what I'm saying? Fake, pump fake, 2 point.
Yeah.
Right. Every possession. That's not really going to be winning basketball.
Right.
Bro literally had how many points?
7 points.
Damn near 67 points without two assists.
Yeah.
With no assists. How many assists did?
I don't think not that many. It was
He's an offensive goddamn.
But to the point though, like Melo caught a lot of slack, bro. You know what I mean? Think about it. Like when he had back in Denver, we go back to the Denver Nuggets days. He had J.R. Smith and what's my man's name with the
Chris.
No, that was on the Knicks.
Amon Sharp.
Amon Sharp. They gave him to LeBron. LeBron got a chip with him.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And then back to the Denver days when, you know what I mean, he had Chauncey Billups. They went to the Western Conference Finals. And they broke up that team the very next year. So he always caught some type of bullshit, you know what I mean, in his career.
Oh, so VA episode 21. 21.
21.
It's a wrap.
Right. Knicks in 5.
Knicks in 5. Like, share, subscribe. Stay alive.
You feel me?
Strive and survive.
Yeah.
In other words, get your black ass out of here.
Get out my
See y'all episode 22.
studio. Nigga!